Bade, do you remember how we did the Bade and BE stuff? How your name
Yeah.
went first? How did you do it?
Well, rock, paper, scissors now.
It was rock paper scissors. Do you remember what you chose?
What did I choose? This guy, why are you are testing my hello, hello.
Oh my god, we are back.
It's been we are back. It's been too long. It's been too long, man. I think the
So
last
hello
episode we
everyone.
recorded was when I can't
The
even
last
remember.
episode we recorded, I actually listened to the first episode that we did, and guess when we recorded the first episode?
Let me see. Sometime in April, May.
That's actually very good. We recorded the first episode on the 26th of May, 2022.
Wow.
Do you know how many days ago that was?
No, I don't. How many?
Guess now.
Okay, if I was doing normal, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like 2 year plus.
Mm-hmm.
365, then another, let's say, so May. So let's say something around, it's over 1,000.
Under.
Close to 1,000. More than 1,000?
Close. No, under 1,000.
Yes, close to 1,000 actually. Close to 1,000, yeah.
So we recorded the first episode 975 days ago.
Wow. 975. Lots of
975
goals.
days ago.
Did you go
So
down to the minute
it,
and the second?
no. But in preparing for this episode, right? I checked, that is like 32 months and 196 weeks. So 139 weeks. So a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Like a lot of things happen. Like lives change.
Bro, Tinubu wasn't president yet.
And Trump
I don't,
wasn't
yeah,
president then.
again, wasn't president again
Oh
then. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Wasn't president again, true.
it
But it's
was
good.
another thing that I did was that I checked the price of Bitcoin then.
Let me try to guess. This was
Mm-hmm,
2024 May. So at the end of
mm-hmm.
2021, we had like that boom where it was like 70. It was all time high of 70K. So we're still reeling from that. So I'm guessing it was like 30, 40K.
This guy, you are the boss. You are the boss. Close to 30K. On that day, the high was just over 29K.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
remember
all that to say that it was a long time ago.
a long time ago. Now Bitcoin is over 100K now. Now we crossed the 100K now last 31st or so, sometime at the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Trump, I know. But yeah, it's good to be back. A lot has happened. The world has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You have
even
changed.
the
I have
naira to the
changed.
dollar. Yeah, you've changed. I remember you were saying the naira to the dollar to then because
Yeah, I also checked. So I listened to the first episode, right? In preparing for this episode, right? So I listened to that first episode yesterday. And we couldn't believe that the Naira had gotten to 590
500. Yeah.
to the dollar. 590 to the dollar. I wish we
Wow.
had those days back.
Yeah. Now
Because
it's
it
like
feels like ages ago,
3x.
you know?
1.7. Oh my god. So even investing decisions will have changed dramatically. Like everything that people that are in Nigeria would want to invest in, or the investable income they have, disposable income to invest might have reduced. For sure, when you're
See,
looking
it
at
is.
investing dollar denominated assets that we spoke
Mm-hmm.
to last time, man.
For those who don't know, which is probably a lot of our listeners, Bade is currently, where are you, Bade? Tell them.
Um, I'm in North America.
Yeah, Bade is in North America. And I am here in Lagos, Nigeria, still enjoying the sun that we have out here, the warmth that we have out here in Lagos.
Yeah, it's cold out here. Like this winter has just been the craziest. I don't know what's happening. So and it started in November. I was in New York in November. I was like, why is it so cold at this time? And now it's end of January. And I think we've been recording like -10, -15 temperatures. Houston, Texas, that never really gets a lot of cold, has been so cold. I was seeing
Yeah,
a
I saw
video
that.
of it in Miami, Florida. Like, it's always say this is a beach front that is going to be filled with sand, and it was just snow all over. So that's another crazy thing that's been happening. Global warming, all the climate change activists. I'm sure they are happy. They are happy now. You seeing that we've not been listening to them. Now we are seeing the repercussions of all their cries over the years.
I mean, so before we get into the episode proper, this episode we are going to be revisiting our first episode and going over investing decisions with we we used $100,000, right?
Yes.
And we also did 100,000 naira
Yes.
and 500,000 naira and a million naira as scenarios and
Yes.
how we would invest those funds.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, times have changed, and
Absolutely.
I mean, things have happened in the markets, things have happened in Nigeria, things have happened in the US, North America,
Yeah. Globally.
by this secret location. But I mean, so before we get into the episode proper, we want to do some shout outs to the fans, like the people that have been asking for the
Yeah.
podcast to come back. Like, how often do you get asked, when is podcast coming back, buddy?
Like, I remember it was a lot more when I started, like in 2022 and 2023, because a lot of people went back and listened to all the episodes and like, oh, you guys were onto something there. When are you guys going to drop? We want to hear like your perspectives on investing, how we can make money. But I think it dropped off last year, so I don't think I heard anything from anybody last year. I think everybody just forgot that we started anything at all. But yeah, all throughout like 2022 and 2023, like maybe once, anytime I post on Instagram, somebody always kind of brings up that you had a podcast. What happened with it? I'm like, life is happening to us, and
Mm-hmm. Life
we're just not
happens.
to
And I mean, so
just.
do you want to take a minute to do some shout outs to people that have been asking for the episodes to come back?
Yeah, of course. Number one is my sister, or because she this year especially she's been looking to like up her investing game, disturbing me. What should I invest in? How should I go about it? If your
Mm-hmm.
podcast was live now, like, I won't be disturbing you. I'll just be listening to the episodes. And yeah, that's one person.
Shout out
Then
to Ore.
yeah, then I had yeah, I have a friend who is also like she wanted to hear like more of what we were saying on how to figure out investing, because in Nigeria and even within like our demographic, a lot of people, it's very, very opaque, and making the information readily available, digestible formats that everyone can relate to. There's not a lot of people doing it who look like us in the space. So I think it just made me realize that there's a gap that's still in that space that we need to fill, especially for people that look like us or
Exactly,
more.
and we are still figuring it out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah,
there's just something about figuring it out together with our audience.
yeah, yeah. Getting the right
So
mix of what we'll be talking about, making it interactive, engaging, and just getting feedback from what you guys want us to talk about based off of what you know
mhm.
that we know. We don't know. We know a bit, but we don't know everything. So we
I
can.
like that. We know a bit, we don't know everything. So is it just those two?
Yeah. Who else? I can't remember. I can't remember. Who
All right.
else?
I maybe maybe because I'm still interfacing with a lot of your former colleagues, my current colleagues,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So shout
My
out
people can know me
to
as barista investor.
Barista Investor, right? So I have this mic stand here with my
Mm-hmm.
microphone. And do you know who got that for me?
Oh, die.
Sheyi. You
Shay.
Sheyi got it for me. So
Yeah.
shout out to Sheyi for supporting the
Shout out to
podcast.
Shay, our
Shout
supporter.
out to Dami. Dami has been asking for the podcast to come back.
Yeah.
And
I think
shout out to
Anita
Kema.
too. Yeah, Anita will be
Yeah,
because
Anita too.
she wants to feature on the podcast. Anita, don't worry, we'll take that
Yeah, I
under.
mean, now that we are back, we are going to have some guests. that we can learn from, and hopefully they are willing to share their knowledge with our audience as well.
Yes. Yeah, that would be
So
really lovely.
shout out to those guys. Shout out to my very good friend Omoife. Omoife is a finance girlie here in Lagos. She works at RiceVest, and she's always
Nice.
pushing financial
Right.
literacy
One of the
for women and just for young people. So hopefully we can get her on here on the podcast. I know that she has a lot to say about finance. So shout out to
yeah.
Omoife. And lastly, okay, shout out to Gaga. That's my guy. He asked about the podcast just yesterday, which is crazy.
Oh
And I told him that
wow.
we're coming back
There are lots
just
more. There are
yesterday.
a lot more fans on your end.
See, and lastly, shout out to my brother. That's Mr. Niyi.
Yeah.
So I hopefully we can have him on the podcast as well. He has a wealth of knowledge. He used to work, be with Citibank here in
Yeah.
Lagos,
Yeah.
and right now he works with, I don't know what they do. He's told me a million times, but I know that they trade bonds and they trade equities, and yeah. So hopefully can come on here and teach us a few things as well. So
Yeah.
shout out
That
to
that
everyone who's
sounds.
been asking about the podcast.
Thanks, you guys. We are back. We apologize for the very long hiatus. We're just figuring out life, but we're back and better. We promise to be more consistent this time. And bring very very helpful, qualitative
Yeah.
content. Yeah.
I mean, later on in the episode, we're going to talk about goals, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe I should just jump the gun and talk about goals for this podcast. Consistency, consistency one, and I don't want to, to lower the bar, but I think
Mm-hmm.
we can do more than 30 episodes this year. What do you think?
Yeah. So we can 30 episodes. That's at about two-ish a month. Yeah, of course. That's
Mhm.
so. Yeah, that's doable. That's doable. Some special ones we can do three. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm unavailable, you can always do a solo episode. Maybe have a guest on,
Mhm.
and
We'll bring guests and we'll just
the other way
interview them,
around.
chat
Yeah.
with them.
So just to say that we have a lot coming for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So on to the episode proper. Similar
Okay.
topic to the first episode that we had. How would we invest? Given the changes that have happened with the Nigerian economy, the whole the markets, just global economy, right? Global inflation and the likes. So how would we, as Nigerians, Bade is still, although he's in a secret location here, but Bade is still very much Nigerian, and I am Nigerian very much. So how would we, in an hypothetical scenario first, because I
Uh-huh.
don't have 100,000 US dollars. Sad.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't have that. So how would we, and we're going to do like
In
a comparison with our answers that we had in the
last
first
time.
episode. So how would we
So we,
invest
have
a
we done like
hundred?
who we are, why people should listen? Okay, they know us already, Abi.
You know
So they-
what? Let's do that. So Bade, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm Bade. I think the audience, our OG listeners know that, and they kind of know my journey. I trained as an attorney in Lagos, Nigeria, but I've always been entrepreneurial, so I love solving problems through entrepreneurship. Did a couple of that. I in my professional work, I worked as an attorney for one of the largest indigenous oil and gas companies. That's where B and I uh developed our friendship. That's what brought us together. And later on, like in 2022, which is what caused like the hiatus, I went for my MBA at the U School of Management. Did that for a couple of years, and I'm back to my first love again of entrepreneurship. Just grinding it out, trying to solve problems that affect people and can create the most change in the world. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. B.
Well done, Bade. So reintroduction. My name is B Momo, and Bade has kind of done, like given a brief background on how we met. And I think we also did that in the first episode. So for new listeners, you can always go on and listen to that first episode. It is actually better now than listening to it again. I feel this needs to document like journeys, which is one of the reasons why I really appreciate this podcast, right? So we can, because looking back and see how it felt unbelievable that the naira was what's trading
Was
at
five
560,
nine
600
yeah,
to the
to the
dollar.
dollar. Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, so my name is B. Like I said, I am trained as an engineer, I'm a civil engineer and a project manager, and I'm still at the firm that Bade mentioned, where I do project engineering. But outside that, I have this love for personal finance, and one of my goals this year is to talk about it more, create
Okay.
content around it, and just engage people, meet more people. I like to have conversations about money, although money is like a taboo, and people, especially in this part of the world, we don't
Exactly.
want people to know what we have in our pockets, right?
Absolutely.
But I
Yeah.
feel like there's just so much knowledge that people have in their pockets,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge that they could share. I mean, you might not want to give out your money, but like you have knowledge that could help, your brother, your sister, or a random person on the internet. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's why we are doing this, and also sharing our journey. We're going to have lots of laughs and
Of course.
yeah, hopefully some money making opportunities for everybody, or just general education for everyone. So that is who I am, and I think that is the podcast.
Yeah. So I think we'll be putting you guys on, but note, this is not financial advice. We are not
Absolutely.
financial professionals, and we are not licensed to give financial advice. But so this is all for educational purposes. Whatever we're saying here should just be taken as one, pointer or one data point in your myriad of data points you use to make investment decisions, money
Mm-hmm.
decisions in your life. Yeah, just put that out there. The attorney in me jumped
Awesome.
out.
You have to put that disclaimer out so that,
Yes.
you know, should something happen, they won't
Uh-huh.
say it is these guys
That
from
told me to go and
Chasing
buy
the
juice.
Bag podcast with Buddy and B. I go wrong. But yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for putting that out there. So yeah, the back to the episode. How would we spend, invest, save the this what $100,000, a million naira, 500,000 naira, and what was that? 100,000 naira.
100,000 naira. Yeah. Can we? I
Nigeria's
can't
falling
remember
so bad.
what it was that what answers were the last time, but I think I have a sense because it hasn't
Mm-hmm.
changed a lot. Like because my nothing has really changed in what determines like your investment decisions, your time horizon, your disposable capital, your appetite to risk. So for me personally, nothing has really changed in those three like major criteria or decision makers. So it would probably still be the same, but I would just like to hear what are the
All
things that
right.
we considered then.
Okay. Very good. It's good that you said that. I want to see now if you can remember what you said, because I actually listened to the episode yesterday, like I've said like 3 times now. So, everybody, how would you in 2025, knowing what you know, now that you've been to business school, graduated from Yale, how would
Mhm.
you spend or invest? What would you do with $100,000?
So personally, so it's like I said, it depends on like appetite to risk. Are you in your acquiring stage or in your preservation stage based off of your time horizon, how old you are and stuff like that. So like this like decision will be your whatever I would do is based off like my own unique situation. I think the last time or should we go back to should I try to remember what I said the last time when we talked about this
So,
then?
so I have your answers right in front of me.
Okay, so
Do you want me to read it out to you?
you'll be
Do,
judging
do
the
you
new
want
will you be
do you
judging
want
the
to hear
new
it?
the old one? Yes, let me hear what I said.
All right. You said 40 to 50% in the S&P 500,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and you said 20 to 30% in startup investing. You've always been entrepreneurial, angel investor,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and the final 10% be liquid, probably in one of these fintechs. You said Piggy Flex, was it?
Yeah,
Probably a
piggy
product
vet.
by Piggy Bank. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
how you split um your $100,000. So
Yeah.
has anything
Now,
changed?
yeah, now that I know better. So it's still so let me see. $100,000. I think it's still going to be the same for the S&P. Still going to be 40 to 50% in the
Mhm.
S&P. So I was listening to this short clip from Macro One the the CEO of Apollo. It's like a big private equity firm in the US, and he was like, the equities markets like is not working how people expect it to work. So in the sense that all the gains from all the gains that you experience in the market comes from a few basket of stocks. So he said one stock makes about 30% of the entire return. And even active investors who are trying to, the hedge fund guys trying to see what's the
Mm-hmm.
alpha, what can we figure out? They've not beaten the market for the past 15, 20 years. Like nobody has beat the S&P. So why should I reinvent the wheel? I placed 40 to 50%, same as I said 3 years ago, into the S&P.
Yeah.
Then I'm still very bullish on startup investing as well. I'm still very bullish. Just that access to good deals is a big problem. So I did a couple that time in 2022, and I think maybe two were very, very promising, but I think one died off because of I don't know where that company is right now. Some issues with the founder. So I invested largely in Nigerian founders. Now
Right.
I'm trying to diversify that pool. Having gone to Yale, having been exposed to a couple of friends who are doing startups themselves, I've done. I
And
think
doing
yeah,
startup yourself.
yeah, I'm doing startup myself. So I've just put I'll just put some small check sizes with some friends that I know that I believe in what they're building in. I've done that. I did that sometime, was it last year, 2023. And yeah, I'll still keep doing that because I have friends that are still, building stuff because for early stages, the people you are believing in. So it will still be startup, but it might be it will be a more diversified, like, pool, like maybe more global audience because I see the problems of investing in our own founders. They're phenomenal. I love them. Like some of the ones I invested in are doing really good, but I just want to diversify that portfolio. So I'll still put like 20 to 30% in startup investing, and I will say the rest instead of putting it in like the piggy tech uh asset class or their product. I'll do a more. So there's there's one there are products in the US market, so I can do a real estate investment trust. I think I would change that aspect to real estate investment trust because one, I want to have exposure to real estate. The other portfolios, like all the other asset classes, don't really have that exposure. And I think it's kind of like is real estate is the only people say it's the only estate that is real. It's kind of like tangible, it's not going to go away type thing. And those trusts have a way of uh uh making the investment a bit stable. Of course, there are the black swan events of like the 2008 crisis that affected everyone. But yeah, I would use that over like a PB tech
Like just put
type.
your money in Naira in like one of these fintech apps, right?
Yeah, instead of just doing that, I'll just invest in a US based REIT. So I think that's a change that will happen.
So one thing that I noted from the first episode. Guess what happened like 2 weeks before we recorded our first episode in
What
the crypto
happened?
space? Luna.
Was it Luna?
It was
No.
Luna.
Oh
it
god.
was it was Luna.
Wait, did I forget crypto?
Yeah,
What did
you
I
did not say anything on
no,
crypto. You didn't say
no.
anything on crypto then, and you didn't say anything on crypto now.
Yeah, because it's 100K. How come I didn't see anything on crypto? That's very interesting. So it to be a very small portfolio. So maybe like 5 to 10. I have to have a portfolio, definitely. I
What do you
had
think
then,
is
I
the
still have now.
Mhm.
But now, in terms of like active investing, I want to do more risky stuff, not like the fundamental assets, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solanas of this world. Bitcoin is going to be bigger than gold. Everybody is like, it's going to be that. Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, has been saying that, and I think he just invested over $600 million buying
everyone is
uh,
investing in
in
Bitcoin right now?
Bitcoin. But if you want like a lot of more return, I will do a Solana because Solana has Like it has more utility. Like even though most of the utility are in meme coins that a lot of people
Right?
are not a fan of, but because it's able to process transactions faster, unlike the other protocols, and it has more use cases. Like so, the gas fees, which are transaction fees, just so that people understand. So like when you perform like a transaction on any of these protocols or trade, you have like just like banking fees. Just think about it like a fee that you pay to your bank to help you process
Yeah. Bank
transaction. So
charges.
yeah, bank charges exactly. So the Solana has like kind of the lowest fees on like Ethereum, which is why one of the reasons why Ethereum like is still there because the technology is good, but it hasn't gained like widespread usage on like Solana that a lot of people are building things off of it, and more popularly now meme coins are being built on the Solana blockchain. So yeah, 5 to 10% into some crypto, maybe into Solana and some meme coins.
Stable
Just
coins.
stable coins. Yeah. Where
Stable
am I
coins
on
over meme coins.
where am I on stable coins?
I mean, do you
You are going to
classify
stop.
Solana as like a stable coin right now?
No, it's not. You know, stable coins are like coins that are backed that are pegged to like currency like US
So we
dollar
are
for instance.
saying USDT, USDC,
Yes. Those are like and that's what
those ones.
Luna was meant to be. Terra was meant to be pegged to, and it just broke the peg and everything went crazy as we all know now. So yeah, I think yeah, I
Interesting.
think
So a couple questions, right? You said hedge funds, they still try to beat the markets. Why do you think they still try to beat the markets? Nobody has beaten the markets ever, but people keep trying nonetheless. Is it
yes
because
now.
like we feel like we have some kind of some algorithm that we've come up with that we have to keep trying or that improves with time? Maybe we could use AI in this day and age to kind of crack the
Yes.
market. There's a secret code that we could use. Why do people keep trying to beat
Everybody
the
thinks like
stock
so
market?
it's the thing is inherently human thing. Everybody thinks they're special and that's human and we can figure it out. Even though some people have actually beat the market in the short term, it's just like consistently over like a long span. Like nobody has the people that have done it, a lot of them have been called out for insider trading and they have like an edge to the alpha
Hmm.
return providing to investors. But yeah, it's that human belief that yeah you can do it. And yeah, there's some people that have actually like done it. They've over a short term basis. I think Bridgewater does a good job. I think the Redalius firm, I think they are good asset managers.
Have you heard
Uh,
about Renaissance Technologies? Of course you have.
Renaissance, Renaissance. Are they? Is it the UK one?
No, this is the American firm. They don't take any outside investments. They were using AI back in the 80s or something, and they consistently beat the markets to an extent that they told their investors to, guys, come around, come and take your money. We're only going
Real
to be investing just for our employees and their staff, and they have a huge, amount assets under management.
management. Wow, I don't know about them.
Yeah,
It's giving acts from billions. Did you
it
guys know
is. It
the
is almost like something out of like a Hollywood movie.
yeah. So Axe was just like I'm not taking outside capital again. I'm not like and everybody was scrambling to put in money
Like
into
everybody
startup.
wants to give you money, wants to say you don't want any more money.
Exactly. Psychology, human psychology. Yeah, it's just crazy.
I
But yeah,
mean,
that's
that
very
is
interesting. I'll check them out actually. I'll check them out. I know that with AI
in. Mhm.
there will be a lot of because the rate at which it's going. Before people were like AGI, which is like general intelligence, which means that the best AI would be at par with the average human in terms of like
Right?
meeting
To be able to
the most
reason and
complex
think on its
tasks.
own and
Yeah,
take
exactly.
action on its own.
They say before they were like, oh, that will happen in 5 years, but now it's closer to 18 months. And ASI, which is artificial super intelligence, which means that the best models will be even better than the best humans are doing these complex tasks. They say in the next 3 to 5 years, we might see that. So this will change how everything is done. Finance and trading and investment and every other sector. it's yeah, of course. I know that will eventually happen, but for now,
right?
it's that's not the case.
Do you, I mean, so let's piggyback or go back to startup investing. Do you think, AI firms or firms that are leveraging AI, just like, I mean, we are going to have an episode where we are going to dissect your own startup,
Startups,
probably the
yeah.
next episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think firms that are leveraging AI, they are the, to go right now? I mean, they are raising incredible amounts of capital
Yes,
from, venture
it's growing.
venture funds, angel investors everywhere.
Yes.
Even, AI companies that are offering services that you would think don't need to be optimized with AI.
Yeah. Mundane
So,
task.
Mhm. So I guess AI is the craze now, and I think the difference between this AI craze compared to when we had the Web3 craze that was in like 2022,
Yeah.
right? Is that it feels real because it is
It's
real
real.
and it has been around for so long.
Yes. So it's very real, to be honest. So just like every technological wave, there's always the hype. But in the hype, there's reality. So in terms of startup investing, you don't know. Like nobody
Hmm.
knows at this stage because the the rails upon which the startups will be strengthened and will actually establish will have scale are still being built. But the difference is that they are being built and deployed faster. So everyone is leveraging the foundational models, OpenAI's models, Anthropic's models, Llama. Everybody is leveraging them. And now there's DeepSeek is out of China that this week
Yeah,
everyone I'm saying is revolutionary. I saw a tweet from Mark Andreessen. I said it's the greatest thing he has seen this week, and it's going to really change how these AI models are being built because they're even building it cheaper. So the
yeah,
problem is
it is incredible what the Chinese are able to do with you know,
it's
I mean,
just
small
fraction
fraction
of
of the capital that the
cost.
American firms do it at.
Absolutely. Because somebody was saying that in Meta right now, I think DeepSeek built trained that model with $5.5 million, and they said one
Right?
exec in the Meta's AI team when they have like dozens of those execs. That's their comp. So
So comp is compensation, right? Yearly
yeah,
compensation.
yes. So
So
that's
imagine
just
that.
mind blowing. But like, just back to like your question on startups and AI startups, I think is just and for everything early stage, you are investing in the founders. That's what you should look out for, not
Right.
even
Right.
in the wave or whatever they are building, because now it's just too early to tell. And by the time you if you say you want to wait till it's too late, it will be too late. The companies that will have, made their name and made the ground in it would have already done that. So as the foundational models are advancing, you want to ensure you are finding the best founders who you trust to always, it's because that's what early stage investing is. You trust the founders, believe that these guys will figure it out. They have the grit, they understand, they have a vision of where they're going, and they are nimble enough to move and turn as the market demands to keep giving value to customers and also value to you as an investor. So that's what I would just say.
Beautiful. I mean, well said. I think probably we do a full episode on startup investing, venture capital, angel investing for our audience. Just to add a points to that thing on investing in founders, I was listening to an episode of was that My First Million a couple days ago, and what's his name? Shampuri made an example or about a founder or an angel investor that invested in the founders of Napster, and he met the guy. He made this shot in 10 minutes. It was like, yeah, I don't know where this guy is going, but I'm just going to invest. I don't understand the technology, but I'm going to invest in this
Yeah,
guy because he
yeah,
was just so enthralled by the guy. So he invested in the founder, and Napster ended up going, under, went with the,
of
music
course.
streaming and everything.
Record
But
label
the
problem they had, yeah.
right, so the guy was actually one of the early guys in Facebook. So when the guy went to
Oh,
Facebook, and he told, the angel investor also found out that, oh, this guy is at Facebook. So that's how that
He invested in
investor
Facebook,
became an early stage investor in Facebook,
and that was
and that
wow.
was it. So, I mean, incredible way to spend your $100,000.
Yeah. So, B, what about you? What was I don't know. What was your what will you do now differently in sense of like with what you know now about the world, and what was your decision last time, Seth? Well,
My decision last time was well, I think it's still going to be close to the same. I said S&P 500 and ETFs at 70%. That's
okay.
70K. I'm still going to do something probably 50,000 now in S&P 500, right? But Trump is back. So
He's
that means
back. Money
he said
printing.
he said drill baby drill. So ETFs, right? I'm going to look at some energy ETFs.
Ah, that's smart.
I'm going
That's
to
really
look
smart.
at some
Yeah.
energy ETFs. Yeah, do that with
Energy is even
maybe
in line with AI too, because you know one good thing I've been
exactly
saying, data centers need to be built to power all the infrastructure that AI needs. I think
right.
Canada released a fund sometime last year, about 20 billion, to build out that data center infrastructure. So energy will still be at the root of it, like the cheapest. Whoever gets the so I was listening to what was it again? I think it was the All In Pod. I'm a huge fan. And I was listening to I think it was Gavin Baker, is one of the guests there now. He leads this hedge fund out of Boston. He was saying that the winners of the foundational models who will win will be the ones with the lowest cost. Like we said earlier, and how the Chinese are,
Right.
giving the Americans a run for their money. And one of the huge costs is cloud computing and energy. So energy
Mm-hmm.
companies will receive some of the very good, consequence of that boom of AI and also cloud computing. So it was like the companies, the AWS of the world, who already have their own cloud infrastructure, Microsoft with Azure, Google with GCP, because they won't have to pay any other person for that service. Unlike maybe Anthropic, for instance, might have to pay, which would then increase the cost at which they can provide service and even deploy. So whoever can provide it at the cheapest and who has like all the other complementary services will be the person that wins, which gives Google, Amazon, and uh, Microsoft like a hedge. Of course, Microsoft is in partnership with OpenAI. They're kind of Siamese twins now. But yeah, that's
I listened to that episode of All In. So it was the prediction show that they had
yeah,
Gavin
yeah.
on. And basically, it is these mega companies that have some kind of moats, right? They have
Mm-hmm.
this moats that they've built over, years
Yes,
of just investing in new technology and doing research. And it is crazy that they're the ones that are going to come out on top again.
yes. That's I think that's how life is. But you know the funny thing, in all of this, we're not hearing Apple. We're not hearing Apple.
I
That's
think
the
Apple kind of fluffed the whole AI thing.
yeah.
It's not even kind of. It's not even kind of.
No, it
There,
was
there is a whole subreddit dedicated to Apple Intelligence fails.
wow. That's
Yeah, it
that's
is. It is. It is.
they
It
have
is
this
that
year to
bad.
redeem themselves, Sha. I trust Tim Cook. Let's see what magic he can work in the next 6 to 12 months.
I mean, not to go off a tangent here, but I mean, Apple is Apple. I think it is very much the consumer brand, not a consumer brand. It is, the whole conspicuous consumption thing. Everybody wants to use an iPhone. Everybody. It is more. It's not about the utility of it. It's more about being seen using an
Brand.
iPhone. Exactly,
Yeah.
the brand. But let's see what they do innovation wise. But yeah, back to my 100K.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just do our 100K spend this episode because we are edging towards the 40-minute
40
mark.
minutes back. Yeah.
But yeah, back to my 100K. So I said S&P 500 and ETFs. Yeah, 60 to 70%. I want to say I'm not going to do any stock picking, but even within that bucket, I've been looking at Google lately. I think they are undervalued. I just said something about people thinking they can beat the markets, right? And I'm
Yeah.
going to do
And
it
that's
still.
you.
Try to
Yeah.
go.
Only that now.
try to go in on probably Google. I think they're
Why? Why you
undervalued.
think they're
I
undervalued?
use first of all, they have one of those modes. It's not talked about as much as Azure or AWS, but they have
Mm-hmm.
Google Cloud.
Yeah.
The whole AI thing, if they hadn't fluffed it by a lot, they were leading the whole research, and basically they are the godfathers,
Of course.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Basically they are the godfathers, and
And they have access to search. That's another thing that like they
they
have
have
access to
they have
search.
access to search. They have so much data. Me, I am, as much as I like the iPhone, I am still an Android guy. I
Yeah,
use
of course.
YouTube. I use YouTube Music. And so they have all my data. Basically, they know what's in my email. So I think they have, when it comes to data, nobody's beating them.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Maybe
I,
except for Amazon with the whole shopping, whatever.
that's just shopping.
So
It's just shopping data. Google has like your entire life.
exactly. So there's that. And another thing is that their products are getting good. They're getting really good.
Yeah.
So
I
the
think about
foldable they released
about
last
their
year, the Fold,
research.
right? So
Gemini
the
did
Fold
research.
that,
Oh, so good.
yeah, right, right. So the Fold they released last year, and if so, I lost my phone towards the end of last year. Crazy story. That's
Oh,
another
what
story for another
happened?
year. It disappeared at the airport. Let's put it at
Oh,
that. The phone disappeared at the airport, but
Nigeria
thank,
or outside
yeah,
Nigeria?
yeah. I got in from London, and on my way home I
Oh
couldn't find my phone.
my
Crazy
God.
story for another day.
So
But
sorry.
thank you. But if I didn't have an Apple Watch that I'd just gotten for my birthday, I would not have bought
You
another
have been
iPhone.
stranded. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have bought another iPhone.
Oh, you
I
have
would
bought
have
another
just
iPhone. Ah, I see.
exactly. I would have returned to my Android days. So, so there's that. Yeah, and I hear I've not paid for it yet. I think I'm going to do it and try out the advanced Google Gemini. I hear it is really good because it has access to the internet. And you know who runs search? It is Google. It is Google. I mean, they have some antitrust cases right now. And historically, when they break up these companies, do you know what happens to them? They get
They
richer.
get bigger and richer.
They get bigger.
You're right. You're right on
So
that.
if there are talks of them taking away Chrome, for example. So you take away Chrome. I mean, if you own Google stock, whoever buys Chrome is going to pay you.
Yes. Yes.
So I think I see a lot of upsides in Google compared to, I feel like this one might be a hot take, but I think in the what are they called now? The big seven, or big eight companies in the world. I think they should be number one. Apple is number one, right? Apple, Microsoft,
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia. I
Yeah.
think they are worth more than any of those. But yeah, that is just on stock picking. I'm not saying go and buy Google stock,
Hi,
but
Google.
that is just that's just
Remember
that's
our
just be on
disclaimer at
stock.
the beginning.
Right. So I said I was going to invest. I don't know how I got this bullish on crypto in my investing. So I said crypto about 15%.
That's a
Now
lot.
here's the interesting thing. I
What?
picked I said BTC, right? That's a good pick, right? You know, I picked Ethereum, not bad as well. Ethereum is very much around.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Cardano.
Bro, did I not tell
That's
you
not
not to follow? Can't you? We had it was one of my episodes that I want to drop
that is
that.
that was the follow-up episode. That was episode 2. So
Oh,
then then I picked BNB.
okay. PMB is not
Now this
bad.
is this is the this is the worst of them all. I picked FTM.
Oh,
So Backman Fried was the guy.
it was the guy. Oh, it was hot.
He was that guy.
It was that guy.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for their token.
But now
I
it's
mean,
no longer
hindsight
that
is
guy.
is
He's
crazy,
behind bars, unfortunately.
right? Then I said 10%. I used to be bullish on Overwood. Now they are Bravewood. Except up until probably December last year when I compared their returns to that of Stanbic money markets, and I saw that Overwood was returning, was it 14 or 16%? Bravewood was returning 14 or 15% compared to Stambic's money markets 21% on the Naira money market. I'm like, yeah, you guys, I mean,
It's very
everyone
real.
is investing. You guys are investing in the same asset classes.
They
I
performing
know that.
better.
I know their founder is very big on low risk
Safety.
um
Yeah. Yeah.
safety, and one of the upsides or one of the reasons why I liked Bravewood was that was with withdrawals. So if you needed
Yeah.
to withdraw, they would
Yeah.
call you.
Well,
They'll give you a phone
I have
call
an
like
account there now. Your money is like it's
yeah,
very,
exactly.
very
So
quick.
so we don't have a lot of those here in Nigeria where they call you and they verify. So that's one of the reasons why I like Bravewood. Still a very good product, but just not for me right now. So I said
Yeah.
10% in that. I think that was a lot. And I said I was going to spend some of the money uh, on getting a car and a phone.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
2022.
yeah, that
Of
is done.
20, V of
Yeah,
2025
yeah,
has leveled up.
yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. Times have changed. Times
Mm-hmm.
have changed. Then I also said, shout out to venture investing. If I see a bullish opportunity, or if I see an opportunity that I'm bullish on, yeah, I'm taking that. I mean that is and I think this same breakdown could work for $20,000.
Mhm.
It could work for, let me see, investing in S&P, crypto, investing in real estate investment and trusts, REITs, like you
Trust. Yeah.
said. It could work for
Mm-hmm.
probably. It could work for. I mean, I know Bamboo has some of these assets, right? Yeah, S&P, even REITs, they have those. So it could work for even $1,000 if you're looking for where to put your money. I'm not
Absolutely.
saying you should put your money there, but it
But
could
yeah,
work.
I like bamboo. I do like bamboo. I'm not bamboo. See us. But I do like.
Slow and steady. But yeah. So I guess the next episode we are going to talk about the Naira a bit. I think this is going to carry on, at least for me. I don't know how you feel, buddy. For the breakdown of the Naira. The Naira is in a sad state right now.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, I think we could even do a quick 1 minute on the Naira. 100K. What would you do with 100K?
100K right now because it's not so much. I think I just put everything in the S&P. Just go on because I'm not advertising for bamboo, but yeah, they have like you're able to get fractionalized uh shares of the S&P. Just put everything
Right?
in there. It's not. Yeah, if it's just disposable income, you want to put it somewhere, put it all there. It's not so much as to dividing and having like a portfolio evaluation of different asset classes. So 100K, how much 100K right now in USD? Less than $100. Less than hundred
100.
dollars.
Of course, it's less than $100. $100 is 170,000 Naira right now.
Yeah.
So 100K. I mean, it is still something. It's a lot. You said you'll put in a piggy safe lock or in your overwood in
Yeah, that's
2022.
what I said before, but now because I can't put in any of those are they are naira denominated. Like I'm starving myself.
Right. So I said
So
I'll put in.
instead of a maybe Rice Vest. So Rice Vest too, they're doing a great job. I hear good things about them. Uh
Yeah, yeah. On my face, always trying to make me do something on Rice Best. I just haven't gotten around to it.
yeah,
But
even me, I don't know
maybe
why.
sometime this year. Maybe sometime this year. Um,
Let's
I
do it.
said I would buy Ethereum and do a bit of safe lock. Oh, I said I would buy Ethereum and lock up. Just put everything in Ethereum. I think I was more bullish on crypto then in 2022. I don't know what happened to me in 2023, 2024, but
No,
I'm
you should
back
be more
now.
bullish now.
Yeah,
If you are still as
I was just
bullish
in a
instead of
dormant period where I was doing almost nothing with my
no investing,
investing.
you're just
I
passive.
was just doing I had I was just doing money markets and I was just chilling. On to the next 500K. You said 100K safe lock. You're going to buy $200 of Apple stock,
Ah,
and I'm sure that has gone up
yeah, of course.
sizably now.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said
Mm-hmm.
you would do the rest when we calculated it was 40,000 naira. And you said you just go somewhere and get good food.
Can 40 good now?
Hardly, hardly.
Yeah. So 200k. What will I? 500k. What will I do right now? Uh, I think I would just before it was Apple, but since we're choosing stocks now, I think just based off of like a initial evaluation of like what you said, maybe I'll just put everything. Is it that Nvidia or Google for me? But I think right now Nvidia, I don't know if Nvidia is overvalued or not. But I do understand, yeah, how Google can be undervalued based off of all the things that you said, and how they will be top two in the AI wars
Mhm.
globally. So I think I'll do a Google. Full port it into Google and just forget it.
The entire 500K.
Oh, this is what will it do for me? It's just maybe the $300 will become in the next 5 years. It's not even in it. Maybe if Google like 10x's come 3k. That cannot do anything for my life. Maybe I'll go and eat with it. I don't know.
Man, I said Ethereum 300K. 300K in Ethereum. I don't know. I was bullish on Ethereum, and Ethereum was 1,900 then.
Yeah.
So I guess I would have doubled my money, close to,
Yes,
or
you would have.
more.
You
Right.
would have. Yeah.
So I
You would
mean, I
have.
think that was a great pick back in 2022. I put the rest in a safe lock. Safe locks then they were giving, I don't know, probably
13%.
10% or
10.
yeah, thereabout. Uh 2020, 2025, I'll do crypto still. You said something about Solana. I think I'll,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do Solana, and yeah, I'll split it between the crypto and do I split between crypto and S&P just down the line, 250, 250.
So which crypto will you invest in? We just put it all into one asset like Solana because that will just get you like one soul now barely.
I'm going to I'm going to get Solana, get get Solana, get what's that other one? What's Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
and probably buy them and just stake them.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say if you are staking, then maybe you are better off because of course you'll be getting value on the increase in the principal and also the interest that will come from staking.
Right. So staking is like safe lock, a flexible safe lock, or a rigid safe, just like a safe lock for crypto. So you just yeah, and you earn returns on the crypto that you've bought in the same cryptocurrency, or maybe some paying some other tokens. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'll do. So last
I
one,
mean,
1 million.
1 million. 1 million can do more. So I'll do a division. 1 million is to be between one particular stock and just 1 million. 1 million. I will do 500k into Google and 500k into meme coins.
Meme coins. That's a pick.
Yeah.
Why meme coins? Because of the crazy upside.
Yeah. What?
Huh.
Just yesterday. Just
Right?
yesterday. Some people in the meme coin community I follow made like $1 million on one meme coin that was dormant. Bro, we are all speculating. We all speculate. Of course, when we speculate in the securities market, there are fundamentals. But still, most times or many times in the short term is a voting machine. And that is what so like
Mm.
the short term, the stock market is a voting machine, in the long term is a weighing machine. So if it's like in 12 months, is what all the different traders and all the analysts, buy side, sell side, feel about the stock. That's what they will input. That's what will go into their buy sell decision, which will go into the price. I'm not supporting speculating in meme coins, but I'm just saying that it's not the same because they have, of course,
Mm-hmm.
security have fundamental value. They are based off of going concern, which is the company, which has assets and they have revenue coming in and all of that. And so it's not comparison, but in a sense, it's still all speculation. So Like I was saying yesterday, that happened, and one person on Twitter, who just put in $20 into this meme coin, got like
Uh,
$3,000, and she was like,
stop.
"Whoa, is this how it's happening here?" So yeah, so it's just money you can just put in. Just put in one of the ones that I think have potential to do well.
I don't know. We'll probably talk about meme coins in another episode and the whole crypto
Episode.
markets
Yeah.
because I tried to understand it. I
His
guess
attention economy. His attention
the
economy
risk
is just
averse guy in me was like, mm-mm. It's like
yeah,
I could
yeah, yeah,
buy this thing today and it's
yeah.
just gone,
Disappear. Yeah.
disappear. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, nobody likes that. That happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you're trading, it's like trading foreign exchange. FX is even worse. FX is
Yeah, I don't.
worse.
I see day trading, um,
Day traders
crypto.
never
I
win.
mean, crypto trading, all sorts of trading. I'm giving a talk later next week, and I'm going to be like, don't
Nice.
don't day trade.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
we'll
I
we'll,
was doing
we'll talk we'll talk about the talk. Maybe probably the next episode.
next episode. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah. I'm not a fan of day trading as well because day
Yeah,
traders, I think you gave one statistic last time we spoke, like 78%
yeah.
of traders
No,
lose all their.
over 90% of day traders lose money.
Yeah,
So it is
so
one of these things that I put it in a very close bucket with gambling.
yeah,
They are inherently a transfer of wealth from the poor and to the rich. So if you think you are going to you are going to hit it large just from picking some stocks and hoping they go high, especially if you're a day trader, odds are you don't have a lot of money and you have to do leverage trades.
of
So that
course.
is borrowing
And that was
money to in hopes
you
that
did it
you
once now,
can.
B. Was it you? Was you and
I did
that
it. I said it in the I said it in the first episode. I said never again, but guess what? I've not done it again. I've not done it again, but I could this year. Although I would advise against it. But I mean, what I was doing in 2021 was crazy. Doing
yeah.
20x leverage was
I'm just like
crazy. I made I made some money and I lost every. See, so yeah, don't don't do that. Let me quickly go to my own 1M. I said S&P 500, Microsoft, and crypto,
you were really bullish on crypto. Really, really
which
bullish
is
on every
crazy.
we have crypto.
Something something happened between. I'm going to do some kind of introspection and see what happened to me in 2023 and 2024 that made me zero out on crypto.
Yeah.
However, I'm back now, and
You want
yeah.
to be back. This is the year to be back.
So yeah, in the spirit of being back, 1 million. Yeah, I'm still going to do crypto. S&P 500 is still legit. Maybe instead of Microsoft, maybe I'll change that to Google or something. Or not stock picking. Try not to stock pick. There are certain returns that are available, like in the Nigerian securities market, especially. Like I said, my brother works with a company. I'm not going to mention their name because they're not getting any free. Nothing is
Public.
free. Yeah, so he's been teaching me about bonds and how the bond market works. And last week he sent me something from the Nigeria's debt management office where they issued 2-year bonds for I think about 18% per year and 3-year bonds at maybe 19% per year, something like that. That is crazy.
So that's good.
So probably do some of that. And the good thing about bonds that I found out is that you can actually trade them. I didn't know that before. I thought that your money was
Stock
just locked in and
bonds.
you yeah, so you can sell them.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea, but yeah, that's how it works. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully, we can get Mr. Lee on the episode, one of these episodes, to teach us about
And let's go about
bonds and opportunities out there.
bonds. Because bond is boring business. But yeah,
It is. it has been mind opening, seeing that Nigeria issued euro bonds in dollars, with close to 10% returns per year. That's crazy. Like
Mhm.
even average S&P 500 returns over the years is what,
This 10.
8%, 7%,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
we have giant of Africa issuing 10%. There are I would say different
Obviously,
sides to it. So
it's
some
not
people
over.
think
Would you be able to pay back?
there is that, but we're giant of Africa. We have oil. I think so. Yeah. Um, I think that is the episode.
Yeah, so it's
Uh,
good.
this was good. We are back, guys. Thanks for listening. If you've listened this far, almost 1 hour of Bade and B talking about investing. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Oh, Bade, do you remember how we did the Bade and B stuff? How your name
Yeah.
went first? How did you do it?
Well, rock, paper, scissors now.
It was rock paper scissors. Do you remember what you chose?
What did I choose? This guy, why are you are testing my
You were
let
paper and I was rock.
oh yeah.
So that's why the podcast is called Chasing the Bag Podcast with Bade and
But
B.
yes.
All right, thanks
Yeah,
for listening, guys.
yeah, later. Bye.